Dr. David Planchard, I'm thoracic oncologist. I'm working at Gustave Roussy, France, and take care about patients with lung cancer, whatever the stage. And so it was my pleasure this morning to have updated the data on the FLAURA2 trial, which is a randomized trial in untreated population, locally advanced or metastatic disease with an EGFR mutation. First line of treatment, EGFR deletion 19 or L858R mutation, and patients were randomized to receive either the standard of care with osimertinib monotherapy versus osimertinib plus platinum-based chemotherapy, either cisplatin or carboplatin, in association with osimertinib first line, 4 cycles, and after it was followed by maintenance with osimertinib plus pemetrexed. In 2023, we already reported the primary endpoint, which was progression-free survival, and the combination have showed a clear improvement in PFS combination versus osimertinib monotherapy. So I reported this morning the planning final overall survival data, which are important things. Can we improve the overall survival by the combination? And I reported that the combination of osimertinib plus chemotherapy significantly improved the median overall survival versus osimertinib in monotherapy with hazard ratio 0.77, p-value 0.02, and you reach median overall survival in this population with the combination 4 years at 47.5 months, which is really impactful. And the benefit also was observed across all the subgroup population, so no specific selection, and particularly the patient with a poor prognosis, patient with brain mets, and patient with EGFR exon L858R mutation. Safety profile was fine, no unexpected toxicity despite 2 additional years of follow-up, and the median duration of exposure also to osimertinib was prolonged. In the combination arm, it was 30.2 months compared to 21.2 months in the monotherapy arm, and median duration exposure to pemetrexed was 8.3 months. So that means median duration of exposure to osimertinib in the combination was over 3 times longer in comparison to the platinum-based and in comparison to the pemetrexed maintenance setting. So this population that receive combination have a long period, chemotherapy-free period. That might explain why in second line, a high proportion of patients receive a re-challenge with platinum-based chemotherapy. So that means nowadays, this is one of the new standard of care in this population. First line, we should discuss with the patient to start with chemotherapy plus osimertinib, significantly improve the PFS, but nowadays significantly improve the overall survival, improvement of 10 months. So I think this is a major step in our patient first line with an EGFR mutation. I would say nowadays for this EGFR mutated population, it's a well-known population, and so this is clearly the patient who are screening nowadays, whatever the stage of the non-small cell lung cancer, so we know exactly which are these population, and we might test all the patients for the EGFR mutation. The thing is nowadays, the trial was designed and particularly to focus on the classical EGFR mutation, deletion 19, exon 21 mutation. And so the next step with the new generation and other EGFR TKI, probably we will also better target the patient with uncommon EGFR mutation. So the landscape nowadays takes the patient and if they have the classical EGFR mutation, discuss combination to improve the PFS and overall survival. I would say nowadays it's important to share this type of result. The next step for this population after will be the development of further line of treatment. So that means the patient will receive chemo and osimertinib. What to do beyond? We have all new generation potentially of TKI, but also all the ADC in development. So I hope that the next generation of ADC might be the next sequence of treatment. And particularly for me, osimertinib is the backbone for all the patients. So the next question, should I keep osimertinib and add different treatment to osimertinib, or should I stop osimertinib and start a new line of treatment if the patient progresses post-chemotherapy and post-osimertinib? So we have other questions, additional questions, because the next bar nowadays is to reach at least a median overall survival of 5 years. This is the next step for our patient with an EGFR mutation. And the last thing, test the patient, particularly better understand the mechanism of resistance. Liquid biopsy tissue biopsy to rebiopsy the patient, and an important population are patients with brain mets. Patients with brain mets, EGFR-mutated, is 40% of patients what have been included in the FLAURA2 trial. So patients with the brain mets, clearly, I think for this population, we need to intensify the treatment, and this is the only way to improve the overall survival in this EGFR-mutated patient with the brain mets. Let's see the other presentation, and I hope to have a new data on this population with EGFR mutation, but not only the patient with EGFR mutation, but also the other populations. We have seen nice data for the patient with the ROS1 translocation nowadays, with new generation of ROS1 TKI. So that's think we have so many data nowadays coming, and the development is going so speed. So that's why I'm confident. So that means that's why we need to start and to expose patients to the best treatment, because what will be the treatment in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I currently don't know, but for sure we'll have really interesting data during this meeting for the other populations with other type of molecular alteration.